Summer has well and truly arrived here in Australia, so I do apologise if you can hear the air conditioning in the background. In today's aviation news recap, there's some further sad developments around Bamboo Airways. Additionally, coverage on Boeing and their 777X, 787 and 737 MAX, ITA Airways and route expansion. But let's begin with none other than Bamboo, that are currently undergoing, as you may be aware, a significant restructuring that will aim to lower costs and hopefully have the carrier emerge in the future in a more positive manner. The Vietnamese airline has therefore, in a bid to restructure, cut several routes from its network over the past couple of weeks as part of these efforts. Service suspension towards Singapore, Sydney, Melbourne and Frankfurt occurred from Ho Chi Minh City. Bamboo Airways notes that these service suspensions are all thanks to being previously operated by the Boeing 787 Dreamliner. These aforementioned destinations being technically the most recent service suspensions, following in the footsteps of London Gatwick, Seoul alongside Frankfurt from Hanoi that were also all axed. Further changes to the network are slated to come with the suspension of Bangkok and Tokyo Narita a little bit later in this month. Per reports and following route cancellations, Bamboo will be ending 787 operations following ongoing restructuring efforts. The Boeing 787 has been no doubt an essential part to their more internationally focused and long-haul network, with European and Oceania cities featuring, all these now being axed. Removing the airline's only wide-body aircraft is in a direct response to the struggles that the company has faced, which it is more than aware of and has openly acknowledged. We'll also be seeing an upcoming shift in strategy. The transition will see the company focus on more narrow-body and also short-haul operations, where they believe there'll be a fantastic amount of demand that they can capture. They'll be able to really refine their operations and maybe one day relaunch these long-haul flights. Bamboo Airways currently has 2 787s to its name at the time of recording. In October, we did see a third unit return to aircraft lessor AerCap. And of course, if you date back to 2020, Bamboo were actually a company that had expressed interest in the Boeing 777X. That does highlight just how much has changed over, say, the last 3.5 years. Over to Boeing, and believe it or not, you have a major international airshow arriving, which for me promises to be a busy one, no doubt, and for your subscription boxes. But with that being said, Boeing has announced plans to send several aircraft types to the upcoming 2023 Dubai Airshow, as well as showcasing other innovations. The American plane maker will showcase upcoming new aircraft to customers. This includes your 777-9, 737 MAX and 787. The president of Boeing Global said, "We're proud to again join the Dubai Airshow and share some of our most advanced products and services with customers, suppliers, partners and aviation enthusiasts attending from around the globe." Boeing says their 777-9 test airplane will be present at the airshow from November 13th to November 15th. The aircraft will, during these days, be performing a flying display for visitors and will also be visible on static display. Customer displays will also be something that is present with an Etihad Airways 787-9 Dreamliner alongside a Qatar Airways 787-9 featuring. Meanwhile, Emirates will have their 777-300ER at the show. Boeing further notes that a Saudia 787-10 will be on display and the public will be able to get their first proper look at Air India Express's very first 737 MAX, which is painted in the airline's new livery, part of the broader Air India group's major revamp to its overall image. Riyadh Air will be displaying a Boeing-owned 787 Dreamliner. Riyadh Air is an upcoming Saudi Arabian-based carrier, if you didn't know, that are looking to grow the region significantly by 2030. On November 14th, if you're interested in the more inner workings of the industry, a Boeing chief will offer a 2023 Middle Eastern commercial market outlook and also a product overview. That week is going to shape up to be a busy one, and I'll be right on hand to cover it across every single platform for this publication. Onto a new aircraft with a relatively new airline, or a 2.0 if you will. ITA has taken delivery of its first A220-100. Delivery is part of a continued process of revamping the fleet and moving towards next generation planes. Delivery of the first A220-100 occurred actually thanks to a whopping 8-hour journey between Montreal and Rome. This is the first A220-100 that has joined the ITA fleet. It is registered as EIHXA, but the importance of the A220 in the fleet continues to grow. In late August, the airline acquired its first A220, which was from the Dash 300 variant. At the time of that delivery, the Chief Technology Officer and Accountable Manager at ITA really said that the A220 is going to enhance both their domestic and international network. What it also does is represent for them a step in the right direction of building a strategy that includes these newer fuel-efficient planes that are also more sustainable and, according to them, have those leading-edge technologies. With the arrival of also the first A321neo at year's end, it should be a very exciting period for the airline. ITA says the A220-300s were equipped with Wi-Fi connectivity and an interactive 2D map, with the hope that the addition of these will overall enhance the customer experience. ITA has 83 in-service aircraft, which are spread across multiple aircraft types. It already does fly the A220s as mentioned, and its commitment to the A320ceo and neo family are strong, with A319s, A320s, A320neos, and as mentioned before year's end, the arrival of their first A321neo. Over to the final story of the day, and that sits with China Eastern Airlines, who have announced a sizable flight schedule for the 2023 leading into 2024 winter and spring season. Flying as part of the service changes saw commencement on October 29th, and to really recap, the airline will operate 3,076 passenger flights on a daily basis. Additionally, they say when it comes to passenger kilometers per month, this should reach 24.48 billion. International and regional flights are slated to hit 1,048 per week, which also represents an increase. From the continued resumption of services and frequency increases, China Eastern says it will launch many new routes to the likes of Auckland, Shanghai, Sydney, Madrid, Beijing, and such. More international routes are slated to begin towards the end of November, with the likes of Bangkok beginning. That is going to conclude today's aviation news recap. Thank you very much for tuning in. I do honestly appreciate the support. Hope you are indeed taking care and being safe, and I'll see you next time for more coverage on our aviation industry.
And we'll fly.